I am back. I have returned from my slumber. The Hermitcraft server, it can't keep me away. And no, I am not here to destroy, for I have seen the light. Or should I say, darkness. But we are not here to destroy anything at all. We are here to exploit, that's right. I want to become the richest hermit the Hermitcraft server has ever seen. And we shall do that not through destruction, but exploitation. We will bathe in the riches that the other hermits create. And can an evil being record an intro without a wandering trader turning up and getting in the way? We went from evil to derpy, but I guess maybe that is the way. Well, my minions, this is it. This is it right here. We are on Hermitcraft and we are here to stay. I have picked out an area that is somewhat devoid of life. These barren gravel fields are perfect for me to establish my evil empire of exploitation. Oh yes. Oh yes. Speaking of exploitation, we need to get geared up. Okay? I got some iron boots, some basic tools, some terrible food, and you know, if I'm going to make my presence known here on Hermitcraft, I first of all need to do like one does and get geared up. Fortunately, I know a really great way to do that. Oh, these hermits, they know very little about security or hiding possessions. Things are just left out in the open around here to be taken. You see, I've been watching these Hermitcraft episodes and learning where the hermits keep their treasures, just lying around in a chest. A bunch of emeralds, how convenient. And this I approve of, locking up villagers, forcing them to give us diamond gear for emeralds. Not even letting them run around to breathe, I like this very much. This is the real way to play Minecraft. I've been on this server less than 30 minutes, and I've got full diamond. It would appear that there is a greater source of food as well. Golden carrots, I think I'll be taking some of those. Now when it comes to gathering resources in this game, the best way is to take it from the chests of other players. Look at this, deep slate, cobblestone, stained glass. Oh, there is definitely a lot that I could do with this, because I need to get a certain hermit's attention to help me with my plans of exploitation. And so I've travelled not so far and not so wide, because nearby, these foolish hermits, they leave their things out in the open. Chests just lying around to be pickpocketed by none other than myself. Don't these hermits know they should be hiding their treasures down below? Out of sight, out of the way for others to never be able to find. And much like my alter ego, I too am a master of contradictions, for I have managed to leave my building chests out here in the open. But fortunately we know the hermits are too kind to come and pinch these materials, and there is a lot of them, for we need a lot of materials to build a fantastical building to get the attention of the one who now seems to think that he is an axolotl. And I say that as I'm holding an axe, which I'm sure there's a pun there. Anyway, my friends, it is time to cue the evil music. Oh yes, isn't it a glorious sight? The Tower of Terror and the Orb of Influence. And inside of here, I shall leave an enticing offer for a certain axolotl. And it is with this enticing offer that we can begin the evil empire that is going to turn me into the richest hermit that Hermitcraft has ever known. But right now, all I really want to do is just fly around and gaze upon its excellence. Wow! I am impressed with myself, I've got to say. This is a fine and evil-looking building. But it will not be the last of my constructions here, for I have many plans. Many, many plans.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft, where I can let you know that the lighthouse is finished. And there are phantoms coming for me. Let's hop inside. As you can see, the weathering process in here has begun. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's fully weathered. I'll probably then come through with my axe, and eventually we'll have some honey and we'll be able to make this stuff permanently like this right here. As you can see though, I've completed it going all the way up to the top. And to finish this off, I actually mined some copper ore. I got a stack of it. I wanted to see how much we would get if we fortuned it, and it turned out to be about 5.5 stacks in total. And that actually is a lot of copper compared to what you get from our farm. So welcome my friends back to the copper farm. I've been AFKing over here for a long time with my clicker trying to farm up lots and lots of copper. And you can see the design over here is a little bit flawed. We have tons of baby zombies getting caught inside of this farm. And you can see they're kind of either side of where the lava is. So that will probably need to be expanded, although over here it will get a little bit tricky, right? Because the lava would be next to the water. So there is some engineering required, and every now and then it seems like all the zombies that come through don't get converted into drowns, and I'm not sure what does that. But anyway, things over here have been tweaked and changed, so that I stand in this little holding chamber, I click like this, and the reason that I added this was because I actually got knocked into the farm, and I came back to the computer right as I died. So something must have escaped and knocked me down into the water, and I actually died after going up through the water stream and into these cobwebs. So in order to get my items back, I had to swim up in here and get them all one by one. It was rather tricky, but I managed to get everything back. And so I know what you're waiting for, the good news. What did we get in terms of drops? Well, look at this. Oh, tons and tons of rotted flesh. And I always get a comment from someone saying, don't throw away your rotted flesh, you can trade it with villagers for emeralds. Which is probably more hassle than it's worth, but it might help us unlock a trade on a particular villager type, so it could be useful for that. But let's check out the actual drops. Okay, we got more drowned heads than we did get copper, and we got a tiny bit of ingot, so I suspect that's from the zombies. So this, after hours and hours of AFKing, not very good. I also made some further modifications over here. You'll see that we got slabs, and that's so that the walls here don't connect, which changes the hitbox size. And then instead of lava, we have magma blocks down below. Now this means that the babies will most of the time drop down those gaps, and if not, they might end up standing on the edge like this guy, who for some reason isn't taking damage at the moment. But overall, it just means this farm runs a little smoother and the babies don't get caught inside of it. Although sadly, it doesn't improve the drop rates. And so now the lighthouse is complete, although it won't be home to these maps. I'm going to rip those out of there at some point. But yes, this thing is kind of complete. And it is also now home to our mining beacon. And that helped me very much in getting all of the copper that we smelted a minute ago. And that was a suggestion I got from my comments. So thank you as always for sharing your ideas. I think it's very fitting for the lighthouse. And I've been busy on the server. One of the things I've been doing is trading with villagers to get books and to get some diamond tools here as well. You'll see that we got a lucky hoe, a silk touch hoe. I also made myself a silk touch axe and shovel, and I did this using the method where you combine the books to make it as cheap as possible as you put them onto the tools. This was also part of a trip to the Enderman farm, so we got tons of XP over there and stocked up on a load of ender pearls too. Now another thing we got up to during the live stream was building a spider farm, which now that I think about it, the floor isn't made out of slabs, so anything else can spawn in here as evidence of these zombies and skeletons. I think they're fighting each other. So up there you can see there is a mob cage, and I've just cleared out a room down below. The spiders will fall down here, taking a little bit of fall damage. There they go. And then they come into this space. We can whack them and get some string and spider eyes. And it's the spider eyes here that are important, as we're going to need them to make potions to then convert our villagers. That's what I'm hoping to do very soon. But anyway, I think one of my next priorities with the villagers is to convert them and make their trades even cheaper. And so to make travelling around the place a little easier, I've hooked up a nether portal over to those villagers. We're going to end up with our own little nether portal mini hub. But anyway, you're going to see something rather strange right now. What is going on? The shenanigans are real. Grum this time. Grum is the culprit. Look, someone's come through here with name tags. Oh, I've flipped all of my villagers upside down. I guess now you can kind of see what mastery they are, like what level. This one is an expert. That one is, well, a novice. And I noticed their name is dark up here. These villagers are endlessly fantastic, and we are going to be exploiting more of their trades. They've actually got tons of things, like you can trade glass for them. We've learned about name tags. Also, if you trade a couple of bookshelves, you can simply just, well, use them as bookshelves for building, but also then break them down into books, which saves me running up top to breed the cows. And so those tools that I showed you earlier, I got them without mining for diamonds. You see, the smithing table will give you the villager with all of these sorts of trades, right? I mean, I'm never going to make that trade there, but down the bottom here, you'll see we can get diamond tools as well as diamond armor. So over here, we've got the axe and the pickaxe, and then this one had, well, all four of them. So this will be the keeper in the future, as we can get all 4 diamond tool trades from it. And the villagers, they really are where it's at. I'm having so much fun doing them this season. And we'll use these spider eyes to make potions, and in the future we're going to get those trades down. So they're actually all going to be just like 1 emerald each, which is ridiculously OP. I got to admit it, this place is starting to drive me a little bit mad. I was just thinking about all these trades now that we can get them down to 1 emerald. Like, bells are going to be a thing that we can just have on hand, and there's so many more trades to discover. There's actually one I've had staring me in the face for a while. Over here, look at this. Golden carrots. Now, you might be thinking a new food source. You're absolutely right, but there is something else that we can use this for as well. And before I show you what for, we also have 10 suspicious stews. I wonder if any of these are going to be any good. The problem is with these is that they only last for a second. So we've got a night vision one. And I believe it'll be the same time every time you trade. We've got weakness. I can poison myself for a short amount of time if so desire. Blindness. That's kind of cool. You know, sometimes they add items into this game and it's kind of like, there's a lot of stuff in this game already, and does this really have a use? I think the blindness one would be great if only it lasted a little bit longer. I don't even know what that one was. Maybe that was saturation. I'll poke around with these more, but yeah, the saturation effect might be really good. It might be good to have like a box of these suspicious stews for saturation on hand. Anyway, we've got to head out of this space now. This, my friends, is what I am looking for, and it relates to that over there in the distance. We're here for a horse. There's a couple of them about. Hopefully we'll find a good one. I picked up a couple of saddles, and I cannot remember where I put them, so I've only got one. But we got lots of golden carrots. And did that work straight away? Wow, that's awesome. And this one is not particularly fast. I think someone's been doing some spruce tree farming over here. Although I don't think anyone's base is actually in this spot. Right, taking back the saddle. Got to breed you. Yep, you like me too. Wow, is that all it takes? One with the golden carrot? Maybe they've actually already been tamed, as there are signs of other hermits having been here. Okay, going to need that back. And this one over here is definitely one I haven't tried to breed. Let's see if it's already friendly. Ah, there you go. Someone else has already done this. So, oh, this one's also kind of slow. They have all been tamed in this field, and the one that I just got on is really quite fast, which is fantastic. Okay, so now I just got to head in the right direction to get to our next destination. This one don't have a good jump, I'm just learning as well. Hey, it almost looks like I'm wearing some sort of cool guy glasses right now. Oh, Hang on a second. Whoa! Whoa! This right here, B-Dubs has been working on a path system to get around the server. I think the intention is to be able to use horses to ride around and get to all the different places. And then there's these like drop-off spots. Ah, look at that. There's signposts. Gorgeous. Need to get some glow ink on that to make it kind of pop and make it nice and readable like these ones here. So now we can roam the server from a perspective we tend to not usually choose, right? I think that is Full Symmetry's base just up ahead. So often do we just kind of like rely on elytras to get around, and this feels so immersive. You know, to get on the back of a horse. Why do I never do this in Minecraft? And alas, another thing I'm looking for is on the horizon. I believe that is Gemini Tay's base, and she has added a parkour course in which the prize is to win some drip leaf. And they're very hard to get because of wandering traders. That's just the only way to get them at the moment. And look, we've reached another one of B-Dub's little stations over here. Now, I don't have a leash or a post, so this guy gets the hole in the ground treatment for now. He shouldn't be able to escape from there. And let's see if we can find this thing. And it looks like I'm not the only one who's been struck by this upside down mob menacing. Oh, and this certainly is a pretty little place right here. I'm loving all the plants. There's just so many of them, and that's kind of what makes it work. This is not an entrance, is it? Oh, there's a villager in here. There's bees. Oh, and the bees are upside down. Aha! Parkour! Oh! I'm drowning! No, I'm okay. This is the entrance. Oh, down we go. This is an observation post right here. Look at this place. Dang! Looks like a ravine's been converted, and boy is it beautiful. Let's go play the parkour. And donations are welcome. I have plenty of golden carrots to spare right now, so we'll chuck those in. Okay, there's a checkpoint in the middle, and what we have to do is run and jump onto the parkour leaves, and as you know, we only have a small amount of time. Oh, then I missed one. Now, does that mean that's not a doable jump? And I should have taken... Actually, there isn't really another path, is it? So that one probably was doable. This is going to be a highly edited video. This is run number 4. I had to think about that. I'm already going to lose count. Oh, gosh. The first run is like always fantastic, and then you just seem to go downhill after that. Again. Oh. If there's one thing I have no qualms with, it is giving up on parkour. Okay, this needlessly infuriates me, and I have become infuriated. And, you know, what's the point of being infuriated? I've been in here a while now and made at least 50 attempts, and I can quite reliably get as far as this one, but I've never been able to make that next jump. And there it is, one last time. I can just never make it. So as for the rest of the course, this bit here looks doable. Then there's like a ladder, and I have no idea if that's the checkpoint or not. Oh yeah, you can use these vines to climb up. So I guess I could swim in the water and just hop on right here. That's not breaking the rules. No, of course it's not. Anyway, there's a bunch more jumps here I'm pretty sure I would have failed at miserably. And I should have known, really. I should have known. I'm not going to be able to get my hands on any drip leaf today, it seems. Gonna have to wait for that wandering trader. One thing I will say, though, is visiting here has been very inspiring. What a gorgeous view there is of this place from many different spots. I mean, the whole thing is just awesome. So I made my way all the way back to the base, and I left the horsey. I'm a terrible owner. The horsey is over at Gemini Tay's area. And I've been making plans for this area. We're going to do some building over here real soon, tidying up our little island spot off the coast. And one of the things we're going to have to put in here now is horse stables. I want to make everything accessible by a horse, which was never the plan, but now it's definitely part of that. And it just caught my eye. No, not the villagers, and the bed's not rendering, which looks really strange, but that right there. Okay, that's definitely unusual. Oh my goodness me, there's a giant orb! Wow! Okay, that's definitely piqued my interest. What is going on? Oh my goodness me. Whoo! Wow! That is something else right there. My goodness me. I feel pulled to this thing like a magnet. It's just so glorious. And you know what? I think I want to go in there. Oh, this is right next to where all the fire was. I really want to go in there. But here's the thing. Kind of running out of time here, right? We gotta wrap things up as it goes. So you know what it is? It's a cliffhanger. Dun dun dun. But not really. We'll check this out in the next one, peeps. If you enjoyed this, please do leave a like. As always, thanks for the support, and I'll see you soon with another episode of Hermitcraft. Bye bye.